Hello and welcome to this edition of POV Live. We're going to check out the entire thing. The lawsuit that Justin Baldoni has filed, the countersuit, and I want to read this lawsuit word for word. I don't want to see what the press is saying. I don't want to see what people on X are saying. I want to see it for myself because we want the truth. We don't want to just be fed bullshit so that way just telling people whatever the hell they want to hear. I want to see the truth here because that's all it is nowadays, just telling people what they want to hear. So, the Superior Court of the State of California, County of Los Angeles, okay, pretty standard. Libel. Now, this is against the New York Times. We got to remember that. This one is against the New York Times. Baldoni has said that he wants to sue Lively, and his attorney has said that. How you doing, Kamari McNair? Thank you so much for coming in. We got something new going on. And his attorney has said that they are going to sue Blake Lively herself very, very soon. So that's going to happen. So this countersuit to the New York Times is for libel, false light, invasion of privacy, promissory fraud, breach of implied in fact contract. Okay. At 9:46 a.m., Friday, December 20th, New York Times reporter Megan Toohey. Now let's see who this broad is. Megan Toohey. I want to see these people. I want to see their names. I want to see who they are, right? This is her. American journalist, Megan Toohey. All right. Let's go back over here. Here it is. Megan Toohey. This woman right here requested plaintiff's response to an imminent 4,000-word bombshell story concerning their alleged orchestration of a smear campaign targeting Blake Lively, purportedly in response to Lively's disclosure of concerns about the working environment on the set of It Ends With Us. I still haven't seen that damn thing. I probably need to watch it. It's probably trash anyway, right? The film's production company, Wayfarer, its principals, Baldoni and Heath, and its public relations representatives, Nathan and Abel, were asked to provide on-the-record comment and to notify the Times of any inaccuracies by noon. Okay, and that is where the story came out that he's suing about the Times, the New York Times, about inaccuracies by noon. On the next day, December 21st, a mere 14 hours overnight, plaintiff's representative promptly denied Lively's accusations as reported by the Times and criticized both Lively and the Times' reliance on cherry-picked and altered communications stripped of necessary context and deliberately spliced to mislead. What? No. You mean that the New York Times lied? No way. Oh, I am shocked to find out. This is breaking news. Hey, everyone, this is breaking news. The New York Times is being accused of lying. Okay, and cherry picking, as this says. Yes, as if we don't know that. Hi, Janine Kelly, how you doing? I'm making tea and popcorn. Oh yeah, let's have some fun. Deliberately spliced to mislead. No, the New York Times misled people. No, who couldn't have seen that? They're so integral to truth. The New York Times is. Despite its claim to have reviewed these along with other documents, the Time relied mostly and almost entirely on Lively's unverified and self-serving narrative. Exactly. And I have to say, I'm on Baldoni's side completely, 100%. And why? Why? Because of Princess Catherine. My support of Justin Baldoni and against Blake Lively is because of a few things. And number one is Princess Catherine, because Blake Lively jumped on Princess Catherine during the whole when she was gone thing. And then number two is the fact that it's Meghan Markle fans supporting Blake Lively. It's very obvious. It's Amber Heard fans supporting Blake Lively. It makes it so obvious. Like, it's very, very obvious who is in the wrong here, and it's Blake Lively. Given the breadth in the article, the coordinated drop, it is readily apparent that the Times had been quickly working in concert with Lively's teams for weeks or months. The Times participated actively in the legal maneuvering at the heart of Lively's strategy. Notably, Lively chose not to file a lawsuit. Exactly. That's very true right there. Okay. It's very, very odd. Here. It's very odd, isn't it? Why did Lively, all she did was file a complaint? I mean, all she did was make a complaint. This guy, what we're reading right now, this is a lawsuit. This is real in the court. Blake Lively's is not technically in the court. It's just a complaint. So when you see the fact that she didn't actually file a lawsuit, Blake Lively didn't, it kind of shows you that Blake Lively was committing the smear campaign. That's who was doing it, because she could have gone to the court to file a lawsuit against Baldoni, but she decided not to. Why? Because it was just a smear campaign. She just wanted to talk shit about him. She just wanted people to know. And there's also this one theory out there that people have been talking about. I've seen that Baldoni, that Blake Lively just wants the rights to the sequel to the next movie. To It Ends With Us Part 2. So that's why she's doing this, to try and rip the rights out of his hands. Now that could be a good motive, but I think the simple fact is, if you're going to do something right, you do it. You do it. And technically, when Blake Lively only does a complaint and she tries to get everyone on social media and everyone in the media, the mainstream media, when she tries to get them on her side, you can really, really tell that she wasn't serious. This is serious. This is $250 million to the New York Times, and I'm loving every second of it. I freaking hate the New York Times. Ugh. Seen for months, the Times participated actively. The Times participated actively in the legal maneuvering. Notably, Lively chose not to file a lawsuit against Baldoni, Wayfair, or any of the plaintiffs, a choice that spared her from the scrutiny of the discovery process, exactly, including answering questions under oath and producing her communications. See, that's the one that they don't want. Because you got to remember, in discovery, Blake Lively would have had to bust it all out, and she's not about to do that. She's just like Megan. And you want to know what? I'm going to say that a whole hell of a lot. While we're going into the Blake Lively thing, she's just like Megan. I can already see it. I'm going to be saying that so freaking much. She's just like Megan. Megan wouldn't actually want anyone to see. She wouldn't actually, she doesn't actually want anyone to know anything. Like, she wants to pretend to be. No, man, these people are devious and evil behind closed doors. Janine Kelly, how you doing, Janine? Thank you so much for coming in. We got a lot going on with this right now. This decision, let's go on right here. This decision was no accident. First, her administrative complaint is rife with blatant falsehoods and egregious misrepresentations that would have subjected her to dismissal, if not sanctions. Second, pursuing formal legal action would have derailed her true objective, an orchestrated campaign to rehabilitate her public image. Yeah, she wanted to kill Baldoni's image and make everyone like her again. But the problem is, I feel like people know that she's an asshole. Like, we've seen her be that way, and she wants to portray it like the same thing. See, there we go. Just like Megan, like, they want to portray themselves to be what they're not. That's what they do. That's what these people do. It's crazy, right? It's so gross and narcissistic. Blatant falsehoods, egregious misrepresentations that would have subjected her to dismissal, if not sanctions. Second, pursuing formal legal action would have derailed her true objective, an orchestrated campaign. And yes, I do agree with that. An orchestrated smear campaign against Baldoni to rehabilitate her public image. Instead, Lively filed a request for right to sue letter with the California Civil Rights Department. A procedural formality that does not require pleadings, remains confidential unless leaked, and as it was here, and crucially does not subject the complaint to discovery. Damn, these things are all blurry. I can't see. While such a letter can precede the lawsuit, it is clear that litigation was never her ultimate goal. Her real intention was to weaponize the appearance of legitimacy conferred by a number legal document and launch salacious headline-grabbing allegations. And that's exactly what she did. That's exactly what she did. There, I mean, you should have seen it, right? I don't know if you've been paying attention to this Lively thing, but from what I've seen in the last 2 weeks, 14 days, I would say. Now I'm not totally sure about that. What it's the third. So I would say the last 2 weeks. I'll push it to 3, maybe 20 days, but no, I think it was 14, 15 days. In the last 14, 15 days, everything has been about this chick. And you want to know what one thing, let me tell you, one thing right here is that everybody has gotten behind Blake Lively. All of them. WME, Megan, Amber Heard. WME has gotten behind Blake Lively. Basically, all of Hollywood has gotten behind her, and also the producers of the damn book. I mean, the writers of the book. It Ends With Us. They're also on her side. So this really does feel like it's Johnny Depp, Amber Heard 2.0. It does. It truly does. We're seeing literally the entire establishment, everybody. We're seeing them all just back Blake Lively like that. Crazy. And when did that happen? Remember, when did that happen last time? That happened in 2016 when everybody who's everybody was with Amber Heard. We're looking at it happen all over again. So could this be a Amber Heard 2.0? It could be. It sounds like it is. It sounds like Blake Lively lied to the entire world, and I'm hoping that Justin Baldoni takes her to court for that. I really am. Okay, yeah, they're all blurry, man. Ugh. See, this is what happens when your kids grab your glasses. My son loves those sticky candies, and now it's all over this right now. Oh, man. Pursuing formal legal action, whatever. Instead, filed a request, does not subject the complaint to discovery. Whoops, sorry. While such a letter can precede a lawsuit, it is clear that litigation was never her ultimate goal. No, because then it'll be real. Her real intention was to weaponize the appearance of legitimacy confirmed by a numbered legal document to launch salacious headline-grabbing allegations and reshape her public persona? What? At the expense of the plaintiffs? Wait, this doesn't make any sense. What do you mean your public persona? What's wrong with your public persona? She's Blake Lively. There was never really anything. I mean, she did kind of act a fool. There was that one interview, right? But I don't know. Something isn't right about this. It doesn't add up. Something's not right. Public persona. I mean, she was always just Ryan Reynolds' wife, right? She doesn't have a public persona. She was always just Ryan Reynolds' wife. It must mean because of that. Remember that one interview that she gave earlier in the year, last year? There was that one interview where she came off really bad. That's it. I feel like like they're saying, she's trying to save face. Yeah, I feel like that's what it is too. I agreed. She's trying to save face. Yeah, absolutely. Very powerful. Let's see. Lively found willing allies at the New York Times. Who couldn't have seen that coming? The New York Times woke as shit. I'm surprised that Megan hasn't come out for Blake Lively. You know what? That's actually true. That's very true. I'm surprised that Meghan Markle hasn't come out in support of Blake Lively. I'm very surprised at that. They were at the same damn baby shower. Lively found willing allies at the New York Times with uncritically embraced her CRD complaint. Exactly. What? Toxic what? The toxic habits. I thought there was like a toxic spill in my area. Will uncritically embraced her CRD complaint as fact and disregarded the plaintiff's emphatic objections without even waiting for the response deadline of noon. The 21st, the Times rushed to publish its inflammatory article. Of course they did. We can bury anyone inside a Hollywood smear campaign. Yes, I know. And it's funny that piece, that headline comes from the Times, isn't it? Yes, New York Times, you can bury anyone. New York Times, which you tried to do. And really, I don't know much about this Justin Baldoni character. I don't know if he's like a rich guy, right? But I don't know if this is the bad thing that I'm seeing. He doesn't have if he doesn't have Johnny Depp money, I think that's an issue because Johnny Depp had money and he had to pay a lot of money for that trial. And that's my first issue with this. And then my second one is the fact that they're in California. Because the only reason, and this is one of the ones that I will die on, one of the hills I'll die on, is that the only reason the Johnny Depp trial went the way it did was because of its location, because it was in Virginia. Had the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial gone on in California, oh, no way. That would have gone completely different. Okay. And I think that there's no doubt if it would have been in California, then we would have seen no public Amber Heard fake crying. I think the entire trial would have been private. And then I think the jury, obviously, of people would have been very biased because it's California. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Oh, we got a birthday yesterday in the house. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Kamar McNair. Happy birthday to you. And many more on Channel 4 and a big fat lady on Channel 80. What's going on, Ginger? Now, you're not late, man. We got a lot of stuff going on. Well, really, actually, Ginger, you want me to tell you what? It's not much different than Meghan, dude. It's not. This woman is exactly what I would expect a lawsuit from Meghan Markle to be about. Nothing but what do you call it? Superficial shit. So yeah, defamations, excuse me, extremely hard to get in California. Yeah, exactly. So then this one going on, we can bury anyone. Yes, we know you can, New York Times. At 10:11 a.m., nearly 2 hours early, this brazen disregard for journalistic integrity and fairness resulted in the article rife with inaccuracies, misrepresentations, and omissions. Oh, it's my girlfriend. You can't leave the girlfriend hanging. Hold on. Okay, baby. You don't answer the girlfriend. Oof. After 5 minutes, why aren't you answering me? No, I'm kidding. She's not like that. In an era where public trust and media has reached a historic low, absolutely. Low and legacy outlets are increasingly criticized and biased and agenda driven. The Times has chosen to double down on sensationalism and oversimplified narratives. Now, I do agree with that, but the problem is the actual journalists that put it out. I know they said their names earlier, but I think you hold on. I'm not trying to sound sympathetic to the New York Times. Hold on, let me say this correctly. You can't blame the entirety of the New York Times for something that, a few woke feminist pro Amber Heard bullshit journalists did. But I will still say the New York Times is woke. It's a woke, liberal crap hole. But I feel like I wanted to say those two people's names more. It should be against those people, but I like what he's doing. He's going after the entire institution instead of the journalists themselves. I like that. That's a good move right there. And then it's a hell of a lot more cash. Maybe they'll settle. Rather than striving for accuracy and balance, it has prioritized hollow signaling over substantive reporting. Absolutely. But that's the whole point. Hollow signaling. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of the social media thing. That was the whole point. That was the whole point of putting Justin Baldoni next to Johnny Depp in photos and then next to Brad Pitt in photos. Because it's supposed to be, Angelina good, who else? Amber Heard good, Blake Lively good, Depp, Pitt, and Baldoni bad. Like, you could really see it. They were really, men bad, bad man. And it's like, no, dude, these chicks are pretty. I think that, and I like Ryan Reynolds. I think he's a douche, but I like him. I like him a lot. And I think it sucks that this guy, his wife is probably, I got to say, just a quick comment for Ryan Reynolds. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I bet you Blake Lively's a lot to deal with, just like Meghan is. I bet you both of them. And Amber was too. Jada, all these chicks, they're just all so much to deal with. Poor guy, Ryan Reynolds. In an era where public, okay, that has chosen to double down, sometimes reporting, let's see, further eroding credibility and exacerbating the very mistrust it claims to combat. The New York Times does not combat anything. They are the narrative setters. The article's central thesis, encapsulated in the defamatory headline designed to immediately mislead the reader, is that plaintiffs orchestrated a retaliatory public relations campaign against Lively for speaking out about sexual harassment. Yeah, no, there was no any kind of, and that's another thing. That's when the Sussex Squad learned the word smear campaign. Smear campaign, smear campaign. Meghan Markle's under a smear campaign. No, actually, it's the other way around. It's Blake Lively that ran a smear campaign against Baldoni. That's what happened. If the Times truly reviewed the thousands of private communications it claimed to have obtained, its reporters would have seen incontrovertible evidence that it was Lively, not plaintiffs, who engaged in a calculated smear campaign. Well, for me, I don't even need to see that. I don't even need to see any kind of text. I saw it with my own eyes, because as soon as I heard about Blake Lively filing a complaint, I said to myself the same thing that they said. I was like, why would she just file a complaint? Why wouldn't you actually sue? Okay. And that was like 2 weeks ago. So that's when the smear campaign against Justin Baldoni started. And I saw it with my own eyes on X. These people were going insane. Everybody was going off on Justin Baldoni. Everybody who's everybody. And as we've seen in the recent past, everybody has now supported Blake Lively. So I think that it's very, very obvious that this smear campaign, it worked. The guy, Baldoni, he lost WME. He got dropped by his PR manager. He got dropped by his talent agency. He got dropped by WME, which is his talent. I don't know if they're his agent, WME. Like, the guy's life is basically ruined. So I'm hoping that this $250 million from the New York Times, I'm hoping he gets it, because damn, a premise that is categorically false and easily disproven. If the Times truly reviewed we read all that already. Let's see, plaintiffs. The complete communications demonstrate beyond question that the plaintiffs had no intention of destroying or burying Lively through aggressive tactics. On the contrary, Baldoni consistently expressed his desire to avoid harming Lively and protect the film. Yeah, I did read that. There's something in here that says he cares about the movie more. The film, and also recognized legitimate need for public relations protection in light of Lively's false and damaging claims. I want to agree with you. I really do. I want to agree with that, but the problem is it's not even false and damaging. It's done. I feel sorry for the guy because it's over. He's basically lost. I don't know who's going to hire him now. That's so sad. Because when you lose your agent, when you lose your PR people, the word gets around town, and then especially with this giant thing. And so there can't be a headline that says, oh, so-and-so company hires Baldoni. That company will go to shit, and they'll get boycotted quick. Like, we really are living in 2016 for Amber Heard. This is real. It's happening right before our very eyes. It's crazy. Let's see. The only thing I know about Lively is that she's married. Exactly. That's what I said at the beginning, right? I said that at the beginning. The only narrative about Blake Lively was that she's Ryan Reynolds' wife. It doesn't make any sense. Real feminine women don't need to talk about being a woman. I'm sorry for the other women. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's see. Now, what is this? Let's see. Let's see. Damaging claims. Let's see. Where's the description of this, though? Okay. Melissa Nathan, good morning. Sharing with you a perfect example why we don't use bots. I wouldn't even worry to think they've hired a team as nothing to find, and they hired an awful team, which I sent to our guy to track, so pull till we have evidence of it. This below should answer everyone's question on what bot team looks like when every single comment subtly skews in her favor in a nonsensical way. I saw it with my own eyes. That's true. That's so true. The bot replies, bot teams, that is real, dude. I can report that right to your face. I saw the bot go off for Blake Lively, right? And I was just like, what is going on? Why are all these bots like all of a sudden just springing up? And then the same bots would be talking about Amber. I think that if it looks how it looks, I think that Blake Lively activated Amber Heard's bots. That's what it looks like. Like maybe they even bought from the same company or some shit. It's crazy. At least sprinkle them in. She needs to fire her bot team. How can we say somehow that we are not doing any of this? It looks like we're trying to take her down. It doesn't. They are doing all of this themselves, and it's really obvious. This is bots. Yeah, it is. It's very obvious. Oakley, please monitor. Things I'm more worried about is that we are planting these stories, which is not true, obviously. Yeah, obviously. Chiming in here. Yeah, Jen Abel. Wait. Hold on. Justin. Okay, Justin is the one that said that. Sorry, I didn't see that. Melissa said the first one about bots. She needs to fire her bot team. And then Justin replies, how can we say somehow that we are not doing any of this? What do you mean? How can we? You're just supposed to say it. We ain't doing that shit. Just say it, Justin. Come on, man. It looks like we're trying to take her down. No, it doesn't. They're all, yeah. And she replies, Melissa Nathan, because she can see it too. It doesn't. They're all doing it all themselves. And it's really obvious. It was so obvious. It was the most obvious thing I had ever seen. This is bots. What does that say? Zionist. Oh, of course. They use the word Zionist. Of course. A Zionist after something because something with about some, okay, I can't read that. It's all blurry. So then Justin replies, okay, please monitor. Things I'm more worried about is that we are planting these stories, which is not true. Chiming in here, the people saying that there are bots and this is a PR play on your side is the minority voice compared to the thousands and thousands. Yeah, well, because it's very obvious, but the thousands and thousands, that's not even real people who are calling it what it is and reacting to Blake's own actions and interviews. We never want the action of the minority to dictate what we do on our end. Damn, she's good. This lady is good. We have to always look at the big picture, which is still enormously good on your side, but I do see a want and need from fans to move on. People are now commenting that they are bored with the many articles coming. Oh, man. They're still coming out, and this is apparently from days ago, so this ain't going to end. No. I got a message for all those people that said that this is going nowhere. Blake Lively is going to be in your face for a very long time. Yeah. And you want to know why? Because she's wrong. Because when it comes to being wrong in that way, you have to oversaturate and oversaturate. If you repeat the lie enough, people will eventually call it the truth. That's the phrase. That's how it goes for these people. If you repeat the lie, eventually it'll become the truth. So this damn, I feel sorry for all those people. It's just like Megan. She'll never go away. People are now commenting they're bored with this many articles. When we move on, they do too. So we need to find ways to keep elevating, not just the DV reaction, but also the other things in your life, like family, being back home, and Wayfair. Yeah, kind of. I mean, that's a good, but that looks obvious too. I didn't see him doing that. That's not tone deaf in my opinion, but sends a message that you are focusing on what really matters, and that's what will help the Blake narrative too, my POV. That's, yeah, I agree with her. This lady's good. Okay, what is this? It ends with us. JA, tag team. Okay, is there a description somewhere up here that I'm not seeing? Because where's all this stuff at? Okay, so Wayfarer, complaint 1. No, right? Okay, so let's go back down. I guess we'll just read on whatever it is. Tag team. Right there. It ends with us. Sony chief praises Blake Lively for advancing the conversation around DV. They messed up. They messaged me 5 minutes before this went up. Exclusive. Blake Lively was really impatient on it. It ends with us. Set as drama rumor swirl. Page 6. Tension was so obvious. So Jamie Heath, so glad Blake was praised. Let her get a win. It would be nice to have a Sony executive praise Justin. Oh, that would never happen, Jamie Heath. Sorry. No. If anyone, as a matter of fact, I haven't seen a single person. How you doing, Caitlin Audette? Thank you so much for coming in. I haven't seen a single person publicly come out for Justin Baldoni. Not a single one. Especially a Sony executive. That's not happening. No, sir, it isn't. The article is predicated on Lively's CRD complaint, which references text exchanges between Nathan and Abel as purported evidence that Nathan planted a negative story in the Daily Mail titled, "Is Blake Lively Set to Be Cancelled?" Lively's portrayal is categorically false, misleading, and devoid of factual basis, yet knowingly endorsed by the Times, which claimed to have reviewed thousands of pages of text messages and emails. I mean, that's even a lot of text messages anyway. Why are you... Blake is not being very nice. No, absolutely not. Brenda Picard, how you doing, Brenda? Missed you so much. Haven't seen you in so long. How you doing, Jar Peanut Butter? Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, the smear. Let's see. Let's go back on. The article predicated say Lively's portrayal is categorically false and devoid. Okay, the smear campaign hinges on an August 16th text exchange in which Nathan allegedly shared a link to this article with Abel. The text exchange shows Abel responding, "Wow," followed by, "You really outdid yourself with this one," to which Nathan allegedly replied, "That's why you hired me, right? I'm the best." These messages constitute the entirety of the purported evidence underlying the allegation of a smear campaign orchestrated on behalf of Baldoni. Okay, so there's... Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Jen Abel. Okay. Could Blake Lively be canceled? Wow, you really outdid yourself. That's why you hired me, right? I'm the best. So this is what, this right here, what we're looking at, this is what Blake Lively included. Okay, right here, which is, of course, she cut out the rest. So let's see what it says. Heading to the airport, and there's a drive through the jungle. There's going to be no reception for around 24 hours. Joe, 44 minutes. I'm sorry you bring offline for 45 minutes. Was not included in the scope. Unacceptable. All excluded. Okay, hold on. The Times, however, was aware that these text messages were unscrupulously altered and selectively edited, enabling both Lively and her team and the Times to propagate a false smear campaign narrative designed to destroy plaintiffs. Specifically, in the immediately preceding text exchange on August 16th, Nathan forwarded the screenshot of the message from a reporter informing her for the first time the Daily Mail article. In response to Nathan wrote, "Damn, this is not fair because it's also not me," followed by, "Everything now looks like it's me," conclusively refuting her involvement in the creation or dissemination of the article. Excluded. So this is the part that she left out. Canceled. The Mail is going nuts. Damn, this is unfair because it's also not me. Everything now looks like it's me. Maybe not to you. No, it totally does look like his side. Oh, what mother? Oh, it really says that? No, it totally does look like his side. What? Further evidence of the Times' complicity arises from the apparent endorsement of the criminal alteration of these text messages, of course, by Lively. Criminal. Oh, breaking news right there. Blake Lively could face criminal charges if he was ever to press charges. Hey, that's true. That's criminal right there. That's criminal right there. This is crazy. Apparent endorsement of the criminal alteration of these text messages by Lively after Nathan forwarded the screenshot of the article link. Abel responded with, "You really outdid yourself with this piece," adding a upside down smile to indicate the sarcastic nature of her message. And the emoji is commonly used to convey irony, sarcasm, joking, and a sense of goofiness. Okay, this is really blurry though. Oh, here's the complaint. Oh, so this is the... Oh, what happened, Brenda? Are you okay? Let me know. So this is what she filed, and this is the actual thing. Yeah. What? You mean Blake Lively lied to the court? No way. No, that's not true. You mean just like Meghan Markle did? Yeah, exactly. God. Geez, these two women are identical. Oh, my Lord. I know. Okay. In her CRD complaint, Lively deliberately excluded not only the preceding screenshot of the text in disproving Nathan's involvement in the story, but also the upside down smile emoji, which fundamentally alters the sarcastic tone of Abel's message and misleads the reader into interpreting her response as serious. This omitted context is critical as it demonstrates that each subsequent message in the exchange was similarly intended as sarcasm, including Nathan's statement, "That's why you hired me, right? I'm the best." Further review of the text message exchange of the text message exchange, also excluded from both Lively's CRD complaint and the Times article, unequivocally shows that Abel and Nathan were engaging in sarcastic and joking manner, as evidenced by the use of haha tap back. When read in full, the exchange reveals Nathan and Abel engaging in facetious juvenile banter, not conspiring against Lively. So that's who this is from. I mean, that kind of changes it for me. I thought this was Blake Lively's people. Oh, the whole thing. Okay. Yes. Yeah, that makes more sense now. All right. Yeah. I looked at it. I was like, wait, what? Yeah. Okay. So was it? So here's the claim. Here's what he's saying. He's saying that the whole thing is sarcasm. I mean, I have to give you from my point of view. If these were my people, I would have told them the hell off. Oh, Brenda Picard with the massive $10 super sticker. Thank you so much, Brenda. Thank you so much for being here on this full documentation of the Justin Baldoni lawsuit against the New York Times. I have to say, if those were my people, I would have been like, what the hell is wrong with you? Even talking like that sarcastically. But I can see what he's saying. I'll agree with it. I would have gone off on them for that shit. I can't believe that. These are the people that work for me and they're talking that way, but it's supposed to be sarcastic. Come on, man. This is a business, man. You think these people won't leak on you? Oh, and imagine, who gave Blake Lively all that shit anyway. I probably got leaked to her from somebody. Oh, damn. On the best further review, unequivocally shows that Abel and Nathan, facetious juvenile banner. The Times relied on Lively's CRD complaint and based solely on this exchange, intentionally duped readers. Well, I'm gonna disagree, Justin, there, because I'm putting this on Blake Lively. I'm not putting this one from what we've read so far. I'm putting this on Blake Lively because Blake Lively lied in her complaint. Okay. So I feel like the Times went off of what Blake Lively told them, not actually saw, as they said, thousands, But I do agree that the Times was wrong to report it, but I feel like this is all on Blake Lively, not on the Times. They were just stupid journalists. That's all they are, stupid journalists. They're puppets. But as far as I'm concerned, from what we've read so far, I feel like this is all on Blake Lively. The Times relied on Lively's CRD complaint and based solely on this exchange, intentionally duped readers into believing that Baldoni orchestrated a smear campaign, purportedly using Nathan and Abel as accomplices. Indeed, the Times, like Lively, misrepresented these communications to support its salacious and unfounded smear campaign narrative. I don't. Yeah, well, he's suing the Times here, so I get what he's trying to do. Yeah, but for me, I guess if I was an attorney for the Times, I'd be like, "Hey, man, if I was an attorney for the Times, for the New York Times, I would blame Blake Lively." And I'd be like, "Nah, it wasn't my client. It was Blake Lively. This was all Blake Lively. My client, the New York Times, went off of what that crazy psychotic woman gave us. So we only know that. That's all it is." Because from what this sounds like, as much as I hate the New York Times, I have to be fair. And from what this sounds like, it sounds like the New York Times was going off of what the Blake Lively CRD complaint said. That's what this sounds like. And I have to be fair, even though I freaking hate the New York Times so much. I hate them. Indeed, the Times, like Lively, misrepresented these communications to support its salacious and unfounded smear campaign narrative. This calculated distortion underscores the article's lack of credibility and its reliance on sensationalism over substantive truth. Yes, any negative press about Lively was unequivocally a consequence of her own actions. Even the Times itself acknowledged that Lively's public missteps. In an August 17, 2024 article, it ends with us, the press tour drama explained. Yeah, I remember that, the press tour drama. That's what it was. There was a lot of drama around that press tour, right? That's what it was. In it, reporter Shivani Gonzalez observed Lively's promotion of the movie has included a push for her new hair care line, discussion of the clothes in her movie, and response to questions about the abuse. which have been criticized as shallow and tone deaf. Baldoni, by contrast, has emphasized the importance of raising awareness of domestic violence and providing resources for those in similar situations. I do remember that. It was weird. That movie, It Ends With Us, the whole press tour for that movie was weird. It was so odd. I don't know what her problem was. And that's why I kind of agree with that theory that she just wants the sequel, the rights to the sequel, so that way she can do whatever the hell she wants with the next movie. I agree with that. This all seems so shallow, doesn't it? Like, it doesn't make sense. It feels like a lie. That's what it feels like. If it doesn't make sense, it's because it's a lie. Okay, so now let's see this text from TMZ. What? Reporter says Blake Lively's little bump taunt felt like a bullet. TMZ. Lamau, we interviewed her too. Let me find that interview. Fucked her. Melissa Nathan, when? Also, what the F? Why am I in this too? You're a starlet. F this week. How was the stunt? Okay. It's not already problematic. Praise tour. Lively's marketing efforts, which included encouraging audiences to grab your friends, wear your florals. Ugh. Just talk like Megan. While promoting her hair care and alcohol brands, were widely criticized as insensitive. This was particularly glaring with the WHO stats showing that 55% of domestic violence incidents involve alcohol. Her actions naturally triggered organic public criticism. Oh, really, Blake? You're gonna stupid. Okay, I see what he's saying. Unleash a cycle of negative coverage, including, as is common in the digital age, the resurfacing of old unflattering content. Yeah. So because of that, yeah, I agree. I totally get it. Agree with the New York Times, prepared to throw Blake Lively under the bus, but I believe Justin's lawyer did it this way because they want to put his side of the story out there publicly. Hell yeah. So this is a Lifetime movie. Yeah, it really does, right? It sounds like a Lifetime movie. They'll probably make one. You know how they did the Amber Heard thing, enigmatic. They'll probably make one out of this too. Her actions naturally triggered organic public criticism. Yes, because I don't even have to say it. Because of the obvious, Blake. You know, I want to say something. Sometimes I wonder if these people that represent these celebrities, do they ever tell them like this? Do they ever go, look, I need you to quit your shit like that? And then I'm going to throw my glasses down because this is so stupid, Blake Lively. Like, you know, that's how this feels. Do these people that represent them, do they ever talk to them true, real, and tell them just to stop? Just why, Blake? So then that tag team, we didn't tell Jed. How you doing, Momster? Thank you so much for coming in. This movie, let's see. We didn't tell Jed after the idea that her promo was inappropriate. That happened organically because people saw the actual movie and were like, wait, this is a movie about DV, and there were florals too. Zoe sent me this on Saturday and goes, this is a crazy way to market this movie. Yeah, I remember this. We had nothing to do with that. Yeah. You can't just do shit like that, Blake. Far from being the product of a calculated smear campaign by plaintiffs, the backlash against Lively was the inevitable fallout of her own tone-deaf messaging and self-promotional tactics, amplified by her inability to read the room in addressing such a serious subject. Well, I feel like that's because she was just trying to promo. See, this woman has too many companies because that's what they said, right? She was trying to promote her alcohol during this. You were just trying to promo too much, Blake. That's what I would tell her if I was her advisor. I'd be like, you don't have to try and make a commercial for your clothing line or for your alcohol. You don't have to try and make a commercial of your movie. Try and keep them separate. But hey, I feel like sometimes these managers, they don't talk to their celebrities real. I really feel like that. Far from being the product of a calculated smear campaign by the plaintiffs, okay, yeah, so we read all that already. Okay, so let's see here. This is not us, correct? Assuming the guy we brought in would never do this. 69 teams, Blake Lively details on my website. Nah, none of us would ever do this. Also, no one even pays attention to this person past 2005. He is not relevant. He does not create news headlines. He does not get pickup. He is just now a troll. There is not one outlet that would cover anything he said or take it seriously. I think as well there is this struggle where it's kind of maybe even unbelievable the way that people are turning against her, but they are organically. It's organic. She's blown herself up in her own actions. The movie was terrible. was terrible. I don't even know why the theater released it. It should have been a Netflix release, probably, right? I think we all had enough toe to last a lifetime. Oh man. Who is it though? Oh, Perez Hilton. I didn't even see that. It's Perez Hilton. Damn. Okay. Well, that could be some breaking news too. Perez Hilton gets fucking roasted. Hey, that's breaking news right there. I could write that story right now. Perez Hilton just got fucking roasted to the gills right there. Okay, so now that I know who they're talking about, because I was reading that text and I was like, who the hell are they talking about? That is savage. But they're talking about Perez Hilton. Holy jeez. So this is what they're talking about him. Also, no one even pays attention to this person, Perez Hilton, past 05. He is not relevant. He does not create a news headline. He does not get pickup. He is just now a troll. There is not one outlet that would cover anything he said or take it seriously. I think as well there is the struggle where it's kind of maybe even unbelievable the way that people are turning against her, but they are organically. It's organic. She's blown herself up by her own actions. Yeah, she really did. Yeah, I saw it. I saw that entire damn thing. I know, right? Poor Perez. They freaking roasted his ass. Perez Hilton, damn. And I mean, I don't know why nobody has talked about that, right? Because that was bad. Oh, that made me feel bad. I felt bad for him. I really felt bad. I have to reprogram myself. Morning lives are back. Oh yeah, Mary Taylor, how you doing? I follow Perez. I've seen Perez's stuff. That's what I mean. Like I've never, and that's how you know these are private conversations, because that was savage. That was ruthless what we just heard right there. Damn. And this just ran. Unearthed Blake Lively interview to show her use slur for trans people. Oh, I don't even know if I can say that. Oh, I don't even know if I can say those two words. This just ran. Obviously, none of us knew about this either. But once the media goes in, they go in. Yeah, that's true. And it snowballs. And the best thing we can do right now is be quiet. Let's go through this week together, then just move on and back to regular planning with Insta posts and thoughtful ideas and messaging. The content creators are on fire, and Justin, she has handed it to them all on a plate. Just concentrate on the success of the movie, your family, and your next project. I have this weird feeling that she's going to reach out to you for a conversation in the next couple of weeks, or he will. Okay, so this is Melissa Nathan, and this is Justin here on the other side, right? Okay. Yeah. See, and he just cares about the success of the movie. That's the deal. That's him right there. That's him right there. That's all he cares about is the movie. Gotta make a big deal of everything. God dang. It's always a big deal. Everything is a big deal. Blake Lively fearing for her career amid it ends with us backlash. What? Tag PR. God, I'm so over this. I'm sure Leslie thinks we placed this one as well. Yep, and same. Dude, I'm telling you, hey, you want me to tell you what, real quick, a quick comment to Meghan? This is exactly the same conversations that Meghan Markle's people have, where they try and like see what stories were put out by them or what stories were put out by other people. Like this is exactly it. We're looking at it. This is inside. This is the world of these people. And Meghan Markle has these exact same type of people working for her. Oh man, this is perfect. I needed this today. I'm sure Leslie thinks we placed this one. Yep, and same. The article also deliberately ignores that Lively's publicist, Leslie Sloan, of Vision PR, once backed by Harvey Weinstein. They just had to add that in. Harvey Weinstein. Seeded stories critical of Baldoni, including that Baldoni was at that, and ahead of the film's release, Sloan did so, even while Nathan attempted to cooperate in good faith. She can become an instant. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, she's good. Are you talking about Blake Lively? No, she's good. Ryan Reynolds is a friggin' rich dude. That guy's got some serious paper. I'm talking about hundreds of millions of dollars that guy's got. So Blake Lively is fine, but she's probably just like Meghan, where these rich women, they don't have anything to do. So, I'm going to go and sue him to get my image back. Just imagine if Meghan could sue people. The article also deliberately ignores that Lively's publicist. Okay, yeah, we just read that. So this one over here, Yes, please, as thus info to all wrong. She didn't require script runs, nothing to do with this. She produced the film and get a cut. What the F is going on? The whole cast doesn't like Justin, nothing to do with Blake. James. Like I said, the reporting is that there are issues between her and Justin, as well as others, and that Justin found it difficult to work with her. One of these reporters known is close with Steph Jones because they used always get Tom Brady, Giselle S, and a shit, and Steph reps him, I believe. I told them she is awful and not to rely on anything she says. Damn, she's awful and don't listen to anything she says. Holy shit, these people are freaking ruthless. Oh, and I love it. I need to become one of these people. I'm telling you, she's a liar. They're panicking as the whole cast hates him. Yeah, I did see that in the press that they all hate him. So they want to run something based on this reporting, and I want to shut it down, but I need something to shut it down with. I know she's a liar. I just need to get my editor on board because she has 3 reporters feeding her bullshit, 2 from LA. And then Leslie, I promise she is lying. This will not look good for your site. The entire cast will have to go on record. Can you give me anything at all on what the issue is then? And if it's not her and it's him, sorry. No, I'm in a plane and this needs to hold. Sounds good. Like to clear. Okay. So then this is that. And then James says, she said the whole cast hates Justin. This has nothing to do with Blake. And now she's saying that Blake was S-A'd. Why wouldn't she say anything about that then? She knows that she's full of S. She told me the whole issue that everyone hates Justin, nothing about Blake and Justin. She said it has nothing to do with Blake. BS. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. No doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind. Okay, so now let's see what this is. This Brian Friedman. Really appreciate it, James. James, Daily Mail. This is the guy from the Daily Mail. Brian, it will be easier to send you the screen recording of our conversation, which I scroll through slowly in the conversation. You can see that Leslie bashes Melissa, tries to get me to say that Melissa was planting stories and bad-mouthing Blake. She also goes off calling Steph Jones a liar, and never once did she mention anything about the SH. Here is the screenshot of the recording. And then this goes on. Okay. Yesterday. Okay. So this goes on, right? Yeah. Yes. Of the recording. We talked for a while and bring the conversation. Leslie asked me who it is that Melissa reps, who is the tag PR, and what had happened. I'll take the situation. She also told me that Melissa is not real PR agency and they don't have any good clients. These people are roasting each other, dude. No, hey, she's not even a real PR agency, and she doesn't even have any good clients. Oh my god. Oh, this is hilarious. It's like looking into someone else's life, right? She told me that she did not like Melissa on multiple occasions. She also told us to blank, who does not work with us anymore. She also asked about Steph Jones, who she was and where she works and who works with her. She had called her a liar too in text messages. Also, she has a history of lying. This is a clear example. She gave me information on a story about blank and the real reason he got off the stage during a performance. She gave me the info. We printed the info. Blank didn't like it, so she comes back saying the following. Oh, blank was incorrect. Okay, you can't really see it. It's too blurry. Okay, James, the Daily Mail. Okay. James, the Daily Mail. Many times she gives us information, and then her client gets mad, and then she comes back and says that she never gave it to us. Oh, what? And it's a lie? I had many conversations with her about Blake, and never once did she say anything about SA. I had a 3-way call with her and Melissa, and she never said anything. Many times she gives us information, and then her client gets mad, and then she comes back and says that she never gave it to us, and it's a lie. Damn, right? Yeah, that's what I was going to say. PR drama queen. This is crazy. This is real life, Gwen. I had many conversations with her about Blake, and never once did she mention that. I had a 3-way call with her and mentioned about it either. I hope this helps in some way. If nothing else, it shows she doesn't like Melissa, and she tried numerous times to get me to say that Melissa was planning stories or that Melissa was bad-mouthing Blake. After I told her countless times it was not the case, she kept going. I'll call your boss. She's a piece of work. Okay. TMZ, Melissa Nathan. Now, this guy is the Daily Mail. Okay. Now, Melissa Nathan, just know the story about JB False podcast for hating him. Okay. Okay. Yes, Melissa Nathan is Baldoni's people. Okay. Baldoni's people. Here we go. TMZ. I figured I got some video from May 17th of Blake and Justin on set in Hoboken. They are in an animated conversation. I want to see if they want to give any background or context between us and the video. Isn't really great, mostly doing it because of all the speculation about the feud. It's not even between us. It's a whatever. I can't see underneath that, right? People on the story about JB is false about the Q hating him. We are told cast and crew find Justin a nice guy. Oh, there that is. That's breaking news. Why haven't we heard that one? Don't take it as harsh of the sides behind the scenes, and it's being reported at this point. We're told it's being milked for publicity. Justin's over it. It really was creative difference between Blake and Justin, but wasn't nearly as bad as reported. Blake, huge ego. Oh, breaking news. The people from TMZ just said that Blake Lively has a huge ego. Blake Lively sucks. Hey man, this is breaking news right now. This is so good. Oh, TMZ's roasting Blake Lively. We got PR people roasting each other. We got agencies getting roasted. Everybody's getting roasted right now. This is so good. I love it so much. Okay, reporting. Melissa Nathan, I'm in a hurricane in PR. Oh my God, are you okay? Yes, and I just have a poke bowl. So I'd be so ill. Do you have sources? BL Cam keeps thinking it's us placing, and we are not. Okay. Okay, here it is. Hold on. Okay. Do you have sources? Blake Lively Cam keeps thinking it's us placing, and we are doing F all. Yes, on production. They've had a producer working overtime and spoke to people on production and post. Oh, hold on. Wait. Are you okay? Storm. Okay. Production and post. Wait till I tell you the whole story. We are okay. TMZ. We're legit saying source says it's all Blake's ego. Again, Blake Lively's ego. I love this so much. You have no idea. You think you do. You do not. In my whole career, I've never come across this situation. But why aren't people saying the real story? If known, can I call you back? Why? That's very easy. Why? Because she's a woman in Hollywood. That's why. You can't tell the real story over there. They'll crucify you for that shit. Okay, so this is Leslie Sloan. Now, they're liking City. Good for you. I know you are friends with Melissa. Yeah, we are. I'm not paid to take people down. I'm honest. She hasn't done anything literally anti-Blake, KK. She told me the same thing that she told you, which is she said that Blake's backlash is organic. It's not she did nothing, but help get a movie, make tons of money. Justin makes tons. She was kind of off promoting it as if it was Barbie. It's just based on the things that she said directly. Yeah. I mean, that's the truth for real. Blake's ego is as big as her old nose. Nobody shaming Gwen Mendez. Nobody shaming. We gotta be watching for the body shaming. Oh, you know what? Hey, I didn't get to tell y'all. They copyrighted my last live. They did. They for Meghan Markle's Netflix trailer. They copyrighted it, so I had to straight up delete the whole damn thing. Oh, I told you that was gonna happen. Remember on the last live? Okay, let's see. Charlie Neff to Wayfarer Studios, and these are the people for Baldoni. I'm a reporter at TMZ, and I'm reaching out to a statement regarding some information. We are being told that there were at least 3 HR complaints filed against Justin Baldoni on set of It Ends With Us. We wanted to see if the complaints were investigated and what the results were. Okay, reporter tag team. Okay, here we go. Tag team back again. Check the list again. A source close to the set says they don't know of an investigation, but there was an intervention. Whoa. We heard there were multiple HR complaints from crew and cast starting with the first day of production. Wayfarer is the studio. It's unclear if Wayfarer Studios performed an investigation into the claims against themselves. Separately, we are aware there was an intervention with Justin Baldoni midway through production based on the pattern of inappropriate behavior by him towards cast and crew. Excuse me? What the frick? Off record. Well, not anymore. It's not off the record anymore. The only complaint, which not confirmed if it was an official HR complaint, was the guy up for a gig on the crew complained the younger guy who got it did so because of ageism. Oh, there was investigation and found no wrongdoing. Of course there was. Let's see. There are no other complaints, especially no other documented HR complaints. There was not an intervention on set or with members of the crew. This would not be false to allude to. Blake and Ryan had Justin and his team over for a meeting where Blake expressed all the things she was upset about. This was not Justin versus the team behind the film. It was his team versus Blake and Ryan. Oh, Ryan Reynolds, what's going to happen, bro? More of a contentious meeting the way it reads now. As it reads, it was a proper intervention with a cast and crew. Not true. Thank you. I just sent in. I'll keep you posted. What's the email? Wayfarer, I need to reach legal. Let's see. I took a look at Lively. I do not think I've seen her before, but if she's not memorable. Yeah, no, she really hasn't been in that many movies. She had a few movies and then she became a mom. And, you know, that's the whole thing with these women in Hollywood. Let's see. Okay, this is Leslie Sloan. Melissa, happy to land in less than 2 hours. Thank you. Have a safe flight. Just also, I'm not doing one thing without speaking to you. I'm not answering one email about the situation. I've told everyone to not do one thing, plant seed, even speak to one reporter, even on background. Now I'm involved and there will be no shock surprises to you. Me either. Tried you. Hi, I need to chat. Hi, I want to get into a place I can call. Whoa. Okay. Plant seed, even okay. Whoa, who the hell? What? To assert the plaintiffs orchestrated a premeditated smear campaign is to disregard objective evidence that unequivocally contradicts such claims. Even a cursory investigation by the Times would have exposed the baseless nature of Lively's allegations and the lack of factual support for her narrative. Yes, I understand that. Okay, no, never mind. I have to remember that he's suing the Times here. This is for the Times, so he's trying to make the Times look at fault. Okay. So, yeah. Most troubling, however, is the Times' deliberate omission of the critical player in this manufactured controversy, Stephanie Jones, once Baldoni and Wayfarer's trusted PR person. Jones not only had intimate access to communication strategy and crisis management surrounding the film, but also played a pivotal role in leaking private communications cited in the article. Her betrayal, driven by a quid pro quo arrangement with Lively, appears aimed at shielding herself while aligning with Lively. Oh, a friggin' spy, huh? With Lively to curry favor and secure future opportunities. Of course, she's a friggin' turncoat douchebag. Call for comments. Stephanie Jones has been nice and fixed things for us in the past. I can give her a call. That this nothing burger. Stephanie Jones. Okay. Left word. She's been very nice in the past. Get this fixed. Begin forward messages. Hi, I'm a reporter for the Daily Mail. Jennifer Abel. Okay. Stephanie Jones. Okay. The Times compounded its journalistic failures. It is. It really is, right? I'm telling you, it sounds so made up. The Times compounded its journalistic failures by uncritically advancing Lively's unsubstantiated claims of SH against Heath and Baldoni. For example, the article based on Lively's CRD complaint sensationally alleges that Mr. Heath had shown Lively, oh yeah, I remember this, of his naked wife with Lively CRD complaint and labeled the footage as that. I don't know if I can show that word. Shit. Hold on, let me get that word out of there. Oh, dang it. Hold on. Right there. There we go. This claim is patently absurd. The video in question was that recording of Heath's wife and a baby during a home birth. That I did hear about in all the hoopla. A deeply personal one with that overtone to distort this benign event into an actual act of that is outrageous and emblematic of the lengths in which Lively and her collaborators are willing to defame plaintiffs. Yeah, it was very, very obvious. Oh, they just showed it. Oh, see, that's why you see. Well, I mean, I don't even know if we can show that picture again, but that's why you can see it, and why Blake Lively didn't actually have a damn thing. The Times' failure to scrutinize these claims or even provide balanced account of the events further underscores its role in amplifying Lively's falsehoods while abandoning its responsibility to truth and accuracy. The video was shown to Lively as part of a creative discussion in preparation for the birthing scene of the film. Heath informed Lively that his wife condoned his displaying of the video. Any suggestion that? Okay. Avoiding the SH narrative in the article's parroted accusation that both men repeatedly entered her makeup. Oh, yes, while she was undressed, including she was breastfeeding. What Lively and the article failed to mention is that Lively invited Baldoni into her trailer while pumping to work out their lines. So this is Blake, and this is Justin Baldoni's phone. I'm so sorry to hear, yada, yada, yada. So you can read that there. I'm pumping in my trailer if you want to work out our lines. Copy, eating with the crew and with Will head that way. I'm here, meet with you and hit me up. Sorry, I'm just seeing this. So there it is right there. So that kills Blake Lively's claim that he was walking in on her while she was naked and stuff like that. And I just saw that. Can't we all just get along? See, likewise, the allegation that Baldoni inappropriately described Lively's character attire as S is exaggerated and misleading. The text exchange between Baldoni and Lively show that Lively had insisted that her character's clothing be much sexier. When Baldoni later used the word, he was responding to her creative input, not objectifying her personally. Oh, God, really? Tone about Baldoni. Okay, so let's see. Text. We'll show you both ways, but Beanie is much sexier. Okay, so that's Blake. Listen to me this morning. Yeah. Man, she just straight up lied, this lady did. We're just seeing it. We're seeing it right in front of our friggin' eyes. She just straight up lied about everything. Also misleading, the article draws on Lively's assertion that Baldoni improvised unwanted kissing and discussed his S life. However, both with the Times and Lively intentionally exclude that Lively refused to meet with the intimacy coordinator to plan out the film's S scenes. Baldoni, in return, was forced to meet with the intimacy coordinator alone and relay any suggestions to Lively separately, notwithstanding Baldoni's reluctance, and he and Lively would later sketch out the scenes together, absent the intimacy coordinator. As part of those creative discussions, Baldoni and Lively sought to personalize and develop their characters, and in doing so engaged in conversations about their individual experiences. So she's lying again. The Times, taking Lively's CRD complaint as true, characterizes this discussion in an appropriate attempt by Baldoni to talk about his sex life, which it was not. More still, Baldoni consistently acted in the direction of the intimacy coordinator. These baseless accusations do not constitute SH. Baldoni, just FYI, just wanted to tell you about this. Seems she doesn't want to meet intimacy coordinator. We'll start with any which means workflow, which means I can whatever. Of course, that's fine if she doesn't want to meet her now. You'll just have to walk her through with you and blank our thinking. Oh. Okay, how much more of this do we have before? There's still, is it almost over? Okay. Parties and jurisdiction. Okay, the plaint. Okay, 39. We only got probably about 5 more pages to go. Okay, editors. Here we go. So we're on page 28. We got to page 39. We got 11 more pages. This sounds like a textbook. Yeah, it is. Well, this is a legal official document. That's why I wanted to go every single damn word, because I want to see this. Like, I want to start putting out videos about Lively and this, and I want to know the truth here, because this isn't a court of law. All right. And just the fact that we heard that Blake Lively lied on her CRD, that's all we needed to hear. So that's why I wanted to see this. And I'm going to be reporting on this. I mean, among other things. The CRD complaint. After the execution of the protections for return to production agreement November 23, Lively herself acknowledges that the film was completed, marketed, and released safely and successfully. While Wayfarer, Baldoni, and Heath disagreed with Lively's rationale for requesting the document, many of its provisions were already standard practice. They chose to comply for the sake of the film and to ensure Lively's comfort. Let's see. Despite the okay, yeah. Crucially, Lively concedes that neither Baldoni or Heath engaged in any harassing behavior before the following the agreement in November 23. Furthermore, she admits that her stated concerns were sufficiently addressed at that time. This admission directly undermines her allegations of retaliation and strips her claims of credibility. Yep, without the fabricated smear campaign narrative propping up her CRD complaint. Yep, Lively's retaliation claim collapses under its own contradictions, exposing it as yet another ploy to salvage her public image rather than pursue any legitimate grievance. The fact that Lively embarked on a hostile takeover of the production, strong-arming Sony into blessing her with ultimate control. Exactly, which that one sentence right there lends itself to the fact that the idea that Blake Lively simply wants rights for the second movie. That one sentence right there, that's what that does. As they became increasingly frantic and unsettled by the usurpation of their roles, Baldoni remained resolute in that they continued to take the high road and be proud of the beautiful baby they had made together. Notwithstanding, Lively waged war on Baldoni, weaponizing innocuous interactions from May and June 2023, long before there was any tension between them, to vilify and discredit him. At the time, Baldoni and Lively had a solid working relationship, and Lively expressed no ease around him. Only after the writer's strike had ended and filming was set to resume did Lively express any concern about returning to set. In response, Wayfarer and Baldoni agreed to all of Lively's demands. Justin, Dream Team, just curious if you guys have peaked her cut, and if anything... Oh, I think I know what this is. I have been told that we are not permitted to look. Now, what he's saying is the cut of the movie, okay? So this is what happens when you make a movie, right? You film all the movie, then you send it to the editor, and then the editor gets with whoever's producing it and whoever's directing it, so that way they can make a director's cut, a theatrical cut, anything else cut like that, because they want to edit it. Like a director's cut can have different things than a normal movie can have, right? A theatrical cut can have different things than a director's cut can have. So what this is basically Sony, they gave Blake Lively cut rights, which means you get to choose whatever the editing of the movie is, and that's what we're now about to read into. Just curious if you guys have peaked her cut, which is her cut of the movie, and if anything has changed. I have just been told that we're not permitted to look. Wow. This is Baldoni in the blue. When did that happen? As per Sony this evening through blank. Wow. Okay, then the editors and the director isn't allowed to look at an actress cut. Got it. Well, here we go. We will keep taking the high road. See? I mean, this guy, at least he tried. You got to give it to him. You really do. He really tried. And this woman is obviously just so difficult. Jesus. To suggest, as the Times does, that plaintiffs engage in the dark arts to destroy Lively's reputation is to ignore that Lively had a long-standing reputational damages, and the plaintiff's public relations efforts were rudimentary, above board, and entirely defensive. The Times willingly omits any meaningful discussion of the true source of tension between Lively and plaintiffs, which was Lively's brazen and calculated effort to expropriate the film. Tag team, like, come on, we had nothing to do with that. This is crazy. She doesn't have a good rep, and all of this is organic stuff from real people making TikToks, not bots. Exactly. If it was just comments, I'd be like, oops, but it's not. Blake Lively is slammed over how she styled younger actress. Yeah. Okay. Dream Team, Justin Baldoni. Hey, just checking in. Hope you're hanging in there. We're going to get through this, damn it. Thanks for checking in. I've sat in with, and I have the best path forward spiritually and what's for the movie, and that I suck it up and let her in. Yeah. I wonder who will work with Lively again. Well, to make a quick comment on that, it's going to take a while, just like Johnny Depp did. I think there's going to have to be a full-on trial before this Justin Baldoni guy is proven, like what we're reading. If what we're reading is what it is, this is really bad for Blake. But until it hits like a trial and until the trial's over, that's when they'll stop working with Blake. But if what we're reading is the truth, and I think it is, if what we're reading is the truth, Blake Lively is friggin' screwed. That's all I got to say about that. Let's see. What's best is that I suck it up and let her win. I've sent a message requesting that it start on the 18th, and then we would just let her in until she leaves, and then her cuts and updates throughout the process. I'll let you guys know what she says. Thanks for being awesome, Dream Team. We got you. I think this sounds like a very good plan on all fronts. We made a beautiful baby together. The baby might not grow up to tone exactly to be, I guess he's trying to say, yeah, to be exactly what we thought, but it's still beautiful. That's what I'm holding on to. Very proud of us. The editor won. The last thing I heard was that she was putting back a fair amount of our version, just not sure what that entailed or what to what extent. I guess you'll find out. Can't say I'm shocked. Okay, hoping to achieve that. Yes, me. Yada yada yada. Okay. The Times assertion that the plaintiffs orchestrated a campaign to tarnish Lively's reputation blatantly disregards her bizarre behavior at the time. Very true. And misrepresents plaintiff's actions. And you know what's funny about that bizarre behavior at the time is that I remember all of this. I remember when that happened. And I remember reading this shit and I was like, why is Blake Lively doing all this stupid shit? And I would just keep on scrolling. But now that I'm reading it, like it brings back all of those memories. And I remember that. Like, what is I used to say, what is wrong with this woman? And misrepresents plaintiff's actions, which were modest, transparent, and purely defensive. The article entirely sidesteps the real source of conflict between Lively and plaintiffs. Lively's calculated and audacious attempt to seize control of the film. Hi, Jamie. Just filled in about BookCon. I know this is devastating and such a kick in the gut. It's petty. Jen Abel and childish at this point. I'm just making sure you're okay. We will get through this. Eye on the prize. Her attending BookCon will win the film ultimately. And if she wants to drag her ass to Texas, then let her. You can come home with your family, which is important. Justin, she's kicked me out officially from the film now. Damn! She's finishing it all. I can't be involved. Music, sound, VFX. What? I'll make it through somehow. Just need to feel it all. Damn! Wow, that's pretty mad. I want to say the F word, man. That's pretty effed up, man. That's really, really effed up. Hey, can we get a call on the books to discuss overall strategy and also the sensitivity of what we're going into with the release? I'd love Steph there as well as Ed Lamy and whatever. Absolutely, Steph is still recovering from surgery and likely not available for this until next week. I can check with her schedule and come back to you with dates. I think that says we talked about the security and importance of what we can say about the No More partnership on the last touch base we had with Jamie and what does that say? Ashme. As we read in home and then messaging and start planning those. Wait, whoa, what? As we read to hone in on that messaging and start planting those seeds as we get closer. I don't like hearing those kind of little code talk, planting those seeds. What are you talking about, Jen Abel? I don't like hearing that. All right. I don't like it. I don't like what I'm hearing. Also, any word of it has been proposed yet to Sony about pushing release to July? No, this is sensitivity about Blake. Okay. Then Justin, copy. Justin says, give Jamie can write now. Give Jamie a call right now so he can update you on what's going on. Jen Abel, oh boy, calling him now. Just spoke to him. What a horrible person, but nothing we can't handle. What's important is that you do what you need to do and have the space to make a great movie. I'll touch base with Steph and get the whatever of her recovery. Oh, I'll get a sense of her recovery and when she will be up for a call. Damn. Okay. I mean, that right there, what we just read is that, what are you talking? Blake Lively just took over the damn movie. Wow. Holy crap. Yeah. She's 37. Yeah. Well, I mean, now as we've read a little bit more, I was saying earlier in the show that it does feel like she just wants the rights to the second film. She wants to take over the second movie. This is Hollywood. Even if what appears to be crazy is right, who will work with her? You never know when she turns to a crazy bee or right or wrong. The other are actresses. Yeah. Notably absent from the Times narrative is Lively's insistence on obtaining editing privileges and demanding her own version of the film, a departure from industry standards. Even more egregiously, Lively leveraged her promotional commitments to pressure for the release of her cut. Evidence of Baldoni's efforts to accommodate Lively's demands, including a series of text exchange with editors who were later replaced by Lively in favor of her husband's editor, underscores the extreme lengths Baldoni went in order to preserve the film's integrity. Yep, the Times' willful omission of these critical details not only distorts the truth, but also perpetuates a false narrative that conveniently absolves Lively of their own culpability, in the unraveling of professional relationships and the upheaval surrounding the film. Well, the upheaval surrounding the film sounds like it's all Blake Lively's fault. So, I mean, this woman, God, I didn't know that she was so mean. I feel like if it wasn't for this happening, I wouldn't know that Blake Lively is a horrible person. God, or a mean girl. Dream Team, Blake wants to know when you could be there next week. Editor 2, I can fly on Sunday or Monday, up to you guys. And would you prefer to be there or edit from home? Honestly, I don't have a preference, and so it begins. We could push for you to stay home. It's up to you. Both have pros and cons. I want Blake to feel like she's getting what she wants so we can move on from this need of hers. For the record, she's been getting what she wants this entire movie. Yeah. I mean, that's the first time I've finally seen Justin Baldoni actually show some balls. Yeah, Justin, finally, you're freaking saying it. She is. Blake Lively's basically been getting whatever the hell she wants the whole damn time. Damn. I understand that she's getting to edit, which is what she wants. Let's remember that. Yes, and yet, true. I don't want to give her any opportunity to say, well, because blank was in LA, we could only work certain hours, so I need more time, and I really didn't get what I needed or whatever it may be. Point is, you feel if it's the best and you want to go there, no problem at all. And also, if you would like to stay home, that's something that we can say. I just want you to do what's best for you. Nice guy. Sounds like a nice dude. Blake was involved when the Where's Kate? Absolutely, she was. I said that at the beginning. Yeah. I said that at the beginning. Absolutely, she was, Brenda. Yeah. Justin, they are showing it at a book bonanza, the whole movie. Yup, hers. Wow. Oh, you freaking douchebag. So from what this says, Blake Lively showed her cut of the movie to people before actually showing it to Justin Baldoni. How are we not hearing about these news stories? What is this shit? Jeez, this is crazy. Yup, hers. This was supposed to be ours, and then I was uninvited. The whole thing is pretty cruel and intense. No, and then she says uneffing believable. No, it's not uneffing believable. It's believable. I believe it. Yeah, it's not that hard to believe. Blake Lively's an asshole. Sorry, Justin. I love you both. Okay. I love you both. Editor 1-2. I just hope you love or at least stomach the cut that is going out to the world. Haven't seen it, can't yet. Yeah, there it is right there. Blake Lively showed her cut of the movie to people before Justin Baldoni even got to see it. Damn, this is horrible. This is crazy. Jeez. Also missing from the article is Lively's demand for an unearned producer credit and coveted PGA mark, a demand that Wayfarer and Baldoni were forced to concede under duress as documented internally. Oh, shit. Let's see what this says. Oh, boy. Private and confidential. PGA. It ain't confidential anymore. Hi, everyone. I'm writing you to all regarding a letter that I wrote on behalf of Justin and myself addressed to the Producers Guild. Oh, the Producers Guild Association. Ah, that's what she wants. As you know, we received a request to write a recommendation on behalf of Blake for her to receive the PGA mark. This was a request that we feel was unreasonable and cold-hearted. Essentially, the movie, it ends with us, has been taken, what is that? Unjustly? Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, it actually absolutely has, Jamie Heath, has been taken unjustly from Justin as the director and essentially from Wayfarer's control due to the extortion of Blake. Absolutely it has. Without going into all the details of the events that have transcribed over months, Justin and I ended up agreeing to write the letter due to feeling trapped. She continues to hold a threat over our heads. What? And every time we try and hold the line, she uses that threat, either directly or indirectly, to get us to fold. What threat are we talking about? I got to hear this threat. I want to hear that. Make no mistake, I am not suggesting that we were literally forced to acquiesce, but given the high profile of the movie, the partnership with Sony, the amount of money invested, and the need to complete the movie, we have written the letter on her behalf, omitting the truth of how and why she was able to contribute in the ways we listed. There is nothing to do with this letter. Yeah, there is nothing to do with this letter now. It only serves as a way to memorize why the letter was sent in the first place, should you ever need to explain it. Thank you, Jamie. Holy moly, donut shop. Damn. Hold on, wait, what? We all know Ryan Reynolds that hired the new editor in his cut was that it's shown Ryan Reynolds behaved the same way in the first Deadpool director. Now he's in full control of Deadpool. Well, here's the thing. I really don't want to go into Ryan Reynolds because I like the guy. I think Deadpool was great, the Deadpool versus Wolverine. And I also did hear, according from that, Gwen, when it comes to that to Deadpool, I actually did hear it was because of Ryan Reynolds that Brie Larson, that Brie Larson and Captain Marvel were out of the Deadpool movie. So I kind of like that move, but I do understand what you're saying. I mean, he probably just listened to what his wife told him. I would like, just imagine you're Ryan Reynolds, right? And Blake Lively's like, well, like, I want that movie for me. I want the movie, Ryan. Can you get your editor like to edit the movie for me? And he's just like, okay, I'll get my editor to do it. Like, that's how I feel Ryan Reynolds. But that's his wife. He's going to be on the side of his wife. I don't feel like Ryan Reynolds has any malice towards this Justin guy. I just think he's on Blake Lively's side because he's married to her. She used to be hot. And now she's just dear members of the producer. Yeah, she was in the movie for her husband too. Yeah. Dear members of the PGA, we hope this letter finds you. Okay, so this is the PGA letter. Yeah, this is the letter that they were talking about. We don't have to read that crap. Moreover, the article fails to address the fact that Baldoni was systematically sidelined from the marketing of his own film. From the very beginning, Baldoni had insisted on marketing the film with focus on DV and its survivors, a message that was integral to the film's purpose, yet Lively drastically limited his input and deliberately steered the promotional campaign away from its societal message, further undermining Baldoni's role. Lively initially refused to permit his attendance at the film's premiere. Only after significant pressure did she reluctantly agree to allow Baldoni and Wayfarer team to attend, but under humiliating conditions. The Wayfarer team and their families, including Baldoni and Heath, were segregated from the main cast. What the barred from the exclusive after party? Oh my God. Oh my God. Barred from the exclusive after party and forced to organize their own event at additional cost. Baldoni's participation on the red carpet was cut short, and his family and friends were confined to a makeshift holding area in the basement before being escorted into a separate theater after Lively's departure. What? What the? That is so stupid. Oh my God. Yes, but Ryan should tell his crazy wife that she's being nutty and he needs to change her crazy mean girl behavior, not enable it. I want to agree with you, but it's the same, it's the same thing as Harry if they're, and this is with what I'm about to say, okay, is under the scope that Harry and Meghan are actually together and Harry loves his wife. Okay, under the scope. That's what we're saying, right? It's the same thing for Harry. Ryan Reynolds just wants to protect his wife. He wants to be on his wife's side. He loves the mother of his children. It's real. It's a real reason like that. I truly do agree with you though. She's being nutty. We're almost done. We're on page 36. We only need to get to 39. From everything that we've read, Gwen Mendez, I have to tell you, this entire thing, this sounds like it's all Blake Lively's doing. That's what this sounds like. It doesn't like I want to reiterate this point. I hate the New York Times. I truly do. I hate them as a publication. I hate them for their biased reporting. Okay. I hate them for their horrible journalism practices. Right. But I think that what the New York Times wrote the article on is only from what Blake Lively gave them. I think Blake Lively lied to the New York Times, so then the New York Times lied to the people. That's what it seems like to me from everything that we've read. But I will say it again. I friggin' hate the New York Times. I hate them so much. Piping hot. Yes, that's tea right there. That really is. That's crazy. That reminds me of Tyler's case with the new producer. Candace has a great video about what really happened. Only after significant Candace Owens. Oh, I love her so much. She's so cute too. The Wayfarer team and their families, including Baldoni. Okay, so not only had Lively stole the film, but she also robbed Baldoni and his team of any genuine opportunities to celebrate their hard work. She really did. She really did. Agree with the biased New York Times. Yeah. These news agencies need to present both sides of the stories. Pfft, they never would, especially something like the New York Times. Now, this is main. Yeah, very, very much so. And I don't think it's his fault. I think it's what's that called? Fallout. His wife did it, so he's getting screwed too. It does. It makes him look bad. And I don't even think we've gotten into the part where they screamed at him. That they said that Baldoni said that Ryan screamed at him. Let's see, but Jen Abel and Justin Baldoni, but nothing we can get through together. This film would be successful, and she's already promoted heavily. So if she backs away now, it looks worse on her. And you just focus on the bigger picture and how this film is going to change the game for you and the studio. Just find ways to keep me busy when she gets everyone together. Obviously, the whole cast is making content together. That's her trying to clue people onto there being an issue. Everything she does is calculated, yet also manic. Yeah. It really seems that way. I hear you. And we're already ahead of this with Sony, who has our back here. I don't know about that anymore, Jen Abel, because it seems like Sony has backed Blake Lively all the way. I feel good about that, and they understand the larger issue. If the fans start poking holes, that doesn't benefit Sony either. She doesn't want to be the bad guy, so she'll find a way to. Yeah. And that's why we just stay ahead of it, attempting to rewrite history. And like, I'm not the one who developed this and spent 5 years trying to make it. And there's an issue with me. It's just mean and hurtful, and she knows exactly what she's doing. It sounds like she does. It really does sound like she does. I really have to say. Okay, Dream Team, Justin, infection in my spine. Ow, what the fuck? Great doctors and caught it early. Blank had my body is done. Damn, then just take care of yourself. If Blake is so determined to handle the marketing on the movie, then just let her. Okay, so then he's in the hospital. Poor guy. If you think about it, we didn't even finish our director's cut because she intervened. So really, some point we can take a week and all just do it together for ourselves. But that opens up a can of worms. So we need to let this play out for a while before we can pull that card. And your door will be knocked on. The amount of women who feel seen, that it's reaching people all over the world, that men are remembering their own traumas and having conversations with their partners. That's why we did this, and it worked. Still the dream. Incredible. Exactly the most important thing. Very true. Very true. Blake Lively was in Gossip Girls. It's her claim to fame. Yeah, right? Totally. Absolutely. The name sticks. Okay, so too late. Talk to her. Yeah, okay. So long story, but we won't be in the too late. Blank and I talked to her and agreed we just couldn't be in the same room with Blake. What? The last day, the editors didn't want to be in the same room with Blake. The last day to get our tickets was August 2nd. We'll be loving all the red carpet looks from you, Justin. Long story, but I won't be in the same room. I was asked to not even come to the premiere. I can figure it out. Well, if you decide to change your mind last minute, I'm glad you're going. And the main reason, okay. Well, if you decide to change your mind last minute, let me know and let's figure it out together. I'm going to be there. That's just different timing and holding areas, theaters, and all the things you can imagine. It's still our film. It would be very hard for me to sit and watch the final film for the first time at the premiere. Just cheer for us when our names come up, sending all love. Yeah, haven't seen it either. Crazy times. Yeah, that sounds like it sucks ass. She basically took your movie from you. I'd be pissed. Justin, what does that say? Some girl or something. As a DV survivor in my teens and now 40, moving, giving me strength to leave. Despite warnings, I've continued this raging tone. I'm heartbroken, but I've endured 6.5 years of this. Okay. This is why we do this. Okay, yeah. Okay. When Wayfarer and Baldoni hired Lively to appear in the film, they did not anticipate that she would execute a hostile takeover. Yeah. They didn't know that Blake Lively was an asshole. That's basically what they just said. Oh, this is fucking perfect. Well, we didn't know she was going to do what she was going to do. We thought she was a nice person. Oh, she would execute a hostile takeover of the entire project. Lively, cynical abuse of SH allegations to assert unilateral control over every aspect of the production was both strategic and manipulative. Simultaneously, her public image suffered as a result of a series of high-profile blunders, which she tried to deflect by blaming plaintiffs for the public's prying interest into the foibles of an A-list celebrity. This is nothing but an excuse. Fame is a double-edged sword, but Lively's tactics are unconscionable. Alongside the time she orchestrated a malicious attack on the reputations, careers, and personal lives of plaintiffs, subjecting them to public humiliation, threats, and vitriol, this lawsuit seeks to hold the Times accountable for its role in the defamation campaign. But plaintiffs are not done. There are other bad actors involved, and make no mistake, this will not be the last lawsuit. Get it? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's see. A death threat. Disgusting liars. Yada. To Dear Tag PR. Okay, so these people are getting death threats. Parties and jurisdictions. See County in Los Angeles. Okay, so that's the end of it. Oh, hold on. Complaint. Okay. To the extent of the liability of named defendants. Oh, so these are all the defendants. Yeah, they really are. I think they really, really are. But that's going to take a while, Afro Mind. That's going to take a long while because it's going to have to go through a full-on trial. And I mean a full-on one. And I don't even know if it's going to be public. Okay, plaintiff, Wayfair Studios, plaintiff, Melissa Nathan, plaintiff. Complaint. To the extent of liability of the named defendants, plaintiffs will seek to leave the court to amend this complaint. Oh, okay, so yeah. All relevant here in defendants, each defendant, yada, facts, common cause. About 2019 through literary. Yeah, we read that all. We read all this already. Okay, hold on. I caught a quick interview clip. She was not happy about all the S scenes in Deadpool 2.5. She was going to let it happen in 3. She's in 3. Oh, wow. In or about 2019, through his literary agent, contacted an author of the book, which the film is based. Okay, Lively uses unsubstantial bully, Wayfair, and Baldoni ever to take over the film. So I guess this is going to start. This is how it's going to start. Interesting. Deep interest of adapting the book. See, the length motion picture aligned with the history of an impact of storytelling. Yeah. Well, Linda, she doesn't even have a lawsuit yet. There's no lawsuit. There's no lawsuit for that. Let's see. She's only done a complaint. Blake Lively has this. What we've been reading for the last hour and a half. This is an actual lawsuit. Length motion picture aligned with the history. Struggles of DV amplify their voices. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the point. See, enigmatic, that's kind of the thing. You don't know anything about them, right? But then once you learn, you're like, oh, well, you suck. Okay, so let's see. Is there a lot here? CRD complaint. No, yeah, we basically read all of this. They're just saying it again. Complaint over the months leading the film's release. Mid-June. Yeah, see, we already saw that. Yeah, so this is all just doing it again. So we read the whole complaint. So I would have to say, I'm just going to say it straight up. I really am. From everything that I've read, this is all Blake Lively. From everything that we just read, everything is Blake Lively. It's interesting to me because I'm coming at this from a double standpoint, a double point of view standpoint, where I'm reading it from their standpoint, from what they're saying, but then I'm also thinking about it from when I saw it, because I saw all of this happen, and it was so obvious what Blake Lively was doing, that Blake Lively was creating a smear campaign to ruin this guy's name. And now, after everything we've read, the one thing that actually makes more sense to me, the one thing that really does, is that she did it because she wants the rights to the second movie. I mean, we read it, she literally took over the first one. That's crazy. And then we also, what we just read at the end, that she kicked him and his entire team and his family, she kicked them out of the damn thing. That's crazy. She wouldn't even let them go see in the theater. That's what it was. I think that's absolutely bonkers, man. All right. I saw the movie. No, I didn't pay to see it. It was a meh, and most considering the subject matter, for it to make 50 million was shocking. Yeah, I mean, she did a lot of press for it. Blake Lively did a hell of a lot of press for it. So, overall, I'm gonna have to say that we just figured out that Blake Lively is to blame for everything. That's what I'm going to have to say. And we're going to go ahead and end it there. So thank you so much for being here on this live. Oh, hold on. Wait, let's see. Why were Ryan and Blake hosting HR meetings from their penthouse, inviting their celebrity friends? Because they were trying to control the whole thing. Yeah. She's a big bully. She did it to Princess Catherine. Absolutely. No, thank you, Kumar McNair. Thank you so much for being here. Wasn't she merching her wares during the press junkets? Yeah. She was promoting everything of herself during the press junkets. Like during the promotion of that movie, she was doing all kinds of stuff. So he does? My ex-wife is saying that my son loves pasta. He does? How dare you not tell me that? Okay, let's go ahead and leave it there. Thank you so much for being here on this live. We will catch you next time.